Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. And it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated, okay? I have two messages. The first message is that make sure that you are cleaning around your door frames, your window frames, your bathroom mirror, but if there is a frame around your mirror, to wipe around the frame as well. You could be into feng shui, you may not be into feng shui, but either way, whether you're into it or not, the download and the message is for you to clean around your door frames, collective. Clean around your window frames and your window seals and picture frames, mirrors that are in your home. And if there's a frame around that mirror, to dust and clean as well. TVs, televisions, if you have any, and make sure you're cleaning around, dusting off the back of your television or around the frame of your home. Not your home, well, yeah, around your TV frame, okay? Oh boy, all these downloads. Okay, so that's for someone. You want to make sure that you're keeping your home free of dust, okay? Unless you have some kind of EMF shield that you place over your televisions or your computer monitor screens, okay? You may have this, okay? You may have EMF fabric to place over your screens, but whether you do or not, make sure you're cleaning the back of your television, your computer monitors, keeping them free of dust and debris. Clean around your door frames, your windows, your window frames, and your window seal. And also, I said mirrors and around your mirrors if the mirror has a frame. It's very important to keep your home decluttered of dust. Get into the habit. It's nothing to panic or be anxious about, but get into the habit of dusting things off, okay? All right. Or if you have the EMF protector fabric, after you dust as well, you know to place that in front of your screen. Okay? All right. And the second download I have is there is someone who has, who is a parental figure. You could be either male or female. You could be someone who loves boxing. You're either, maybe you once was a professional boxer or you trained to box, or maybe you just enjoy the sport of boxing. Collective, you could also have a relative, passed on loved one who also loved the sport of boxing, or they were either a professional boxer. This is someone with multiple children. They want to say that they love you, they miss you. That's for someone. And if you also, there is someone who needs to pay attention to their children. You could have a son, I'm seeing a male figure, trying to get their parents' attention. Okay, you could have a very busy lifestyle and you could have maybe 3 or more children. Okay, 3 to 5, Spirit is saying. And lately, your children, I'm seeing the son has been trying to get your attention, have some kind of conversation with you, but you've been busy. You have a very busy life. You're very financially and professionally secure. Your job and your career has a lot of demands. You could be someone who loves the sport of boxing. It's something about someone loving the sport of boxing, or either you box as a professional or you train to box, or maybe this is something that you maybe went to the neighborhood gym and maybe you got in the ring and just boxed for exercise. But either way, there's a need to give your children attention. They want to spend time with you. There's something that needs to be conveyed from a child. It's not anything negative, okay? So don't feed the fears. Don't go to the negative mindset. But there's a need for you to pay attention to your children if they are asking for time to speak with you or to spend time with you, to pencil your children into your schedule. Spirit is saying, I understand that you are busy, but pencil your children in. These are memories and moments that you can't get back, okay? All right? Okay. So I got that out of the way. All right. Give the children attention and clean the dust around from the portal openings in your house. Okay. And picture frames. Did I mention picture frames? If you have a lot of pictures, I'm seeing someone with a lot of beautiful family photos that you have maybe on a cabinet, at a Jetta, an entertainment center. Beautiful pictures, okay? You have to dust those things off, okay? Make sure you're keeping your home decluttered of dust. Do this on a regular basis. Even if it's just once a week or every other week, find what works for you and make sure you're keeping your home dust free, okay? Especially your door frames and window frames. Get a Swiffer, okay? Because you may be saying, well, how am I going to do that? Get a Swiffer and do it. Or if you don't have a Swiffer, you can just take a rag, a towel, wet it with some soap and water, twist it out, and put it on the tip of a broomstick. or you can get up in a chair and wipe around them. Either way, okay? Or if you're, maybe short in height, okay, put it on the tip of a broomstick, a clean rag with a little soap, and just go around the door frames and the windows, okay? All right, let's get started. Okay. We have the Archangel here, Chantil here, the angel of silence. So collective, you could be experiencing some kind of silence in your life. You could feel like things are stagnant, like things aren't moving as fast as you want them to. And as I always bring up that, whenever things are silent, that's when the most is happening in our life. But because the way we are conditioned and programmed as humans, we often go into the stinking thinking, we go right away to the negativity, like, oh, I guess it's not going to happen, or maybe this is the wrong time. When in actuality, things are at a pause for many reasons, and it's not always to hurt you, harm you, disappoint you, or make you feel as if your prayers aren't being answered. And Chantil here also brings favor and opportunity. This is the angel, the guardian, that will present silence right before the miracle or the blessing arrives. So trust and know. I'm a firm believer of when you're trying to manifest, no, not trying, excuse me, that's not a good word. When you are manifesting, when you have prayers, things you are petitioning to your ancestors or to your spirit team, when it is silent, that is when the most is happening. So we know, not all of us know, but some of us know that a lot of what we have learned and what we have been programmed to believe is actually upside down. And so that's why on the spiritual path, what you thought you soon learn that you know nothing at all. So that's what I mean when I say allow the unlearning to begin and unfold in your life. Be willing to surrender. You don't have to battle or get into any disagreements or frictional conversations about what is and what isn't, because as you move forward on the spiritual path, you'll find that what you thought you knew nothing at all. So you have to allow the surrendering of, the old things that you were taught and the old belief systems. You have to allow them to crumble, allow them to fall so that newness can arrive, so that new knowledge can be gained and obtained from you. Okay. All right. Cards I want to. All right. So there is someone who has an expectation waiting on an arrival of some kind of information. This could be money. This could be an approval letter. This could be a lot of things, a job, a phone call, a letter in the mail. Okay. But you need to expect a positive outcome and trust that whatever is taking place is for your highest good. So trust the process. All right, Spirit. Thank you. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so the first card, I have to cover the eyes. There's nudity on these cards. The first card we have here is the Five of Wands. I have to make sure I don't show y'all too much. Is the Five of Wands. And with the Five of Wands here, this is energy of ambition, but also competition. And so don't feel so ambitious to the point you feel you have to compete or you're doing things to prove a point. And so, because that could interrupt your process of being patient or learning how to be patient. Make sure whatever you are entangling or involving yourself in, this is something that you wholeheartedly is interested in. Okay, you want to be mindful of your intentions. You don't want to do things because you want to be competitive or you want to prove a point. So be mindful of that with this Five of Wands energy here. Okay. The next card we have is the Page of Pentacles. So this represents determination. Yes, you are determined, and it is okay to desire more and better in your life. There's nothing wrong with that. You have the right mindset. You have a right to desire more. But once again, make sure your intentions are pure regarding whatever this is that you are waiting on or you are waiting for. Okay, always expect a positive outcome. And any rejection or redirection is for your protection. And as I always explain as well, what better way can the divine and your ancestors assist you in answering your blessing or your manifestation than to make sure if you're applying for something that's not fitting for you or not the match of what you've been praying or hoping for, what better way can they serve you than to make sure you're denied or to slow something down to stop you from going in the wrong direction? So there's a need for you to reflect on that statement that I just said. What better way could they help you than to make sure that you don't take the wrong option, especially if you are very deserving of something you've been trying to create or bring into fruition for yourself, okay? If you apply for the wrong job and you actually wanted a career paying a certain amount of money and maybe the interview you went on, they don't want to pay you your worth. Okay. Maybe they want to pay you $10 or $15 less. And your spirit team is saying, hey, I've got something over here with double the amount of money you're expecting plus benefits. What better way can we navigate the collective to the right job, to the right position? Okay, we're going to deny this one. Let's make sure that they don't hire her or him for this position, so that way they'll be led over here one way or another. And you may be led to the job that is for you through word of mouth from a total stranger. You may happen to be out just taking a walk and you get a bright idea. Oh, I know I should go apply for that company. Oh, you know what? I ought to shoot them my resume. Out of nowhere, you get these fantastic ideas and that's that intuition. That thing that we always say, I knew I should have followed my first mind. That's that inner niggle, that inner wiggle. That is your intuition speaking to you. So expect a positive outcome. And, do not allow the silence to make you feel as if, something bad or negative is going to happen, because we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is abundance, it's prosperity, it's security, it's more than enough. Okay, this is good luck, this is happiness. Okay, happiness. And then you got Chantil here. Okay, this angel presents silence before the blessing, before things come into fruition. Okay, material things, tangible things, confirmation with the train horn in the back there. Okay, and so the next card you have here is the Lover's card. So focus on people, places, and things that support you, that are positive and uplifting. The best thing anyone can do, whether you're manifesting something or you're waiting to receive an answer or an approval for a loan, whatever it is in your life, is to make sure you and your family as well, especially if you have children, that that you are projecting some positive energy into your own life. Okay, you are projecting some positive energy into your own home. This could be the music you listen to. This could be the movies you watch with your children. Okay, you do your thing in private, but when your children are present, there's a certain, air of energy that you only allow. Keep the vibration raised in your home. This is such as the things that I named for you to clean and be mindful of. I received that download, and it kept coming. So I know when it keep coming, that's my team saying, hey, get on it. Let somebody know. Somebody needs to know this. So as I speak to you as well on any read, I'm also speaking to myself collective, and I don't take that for granted. So I don't know if you're wondering, yes, I've cleaned over my door frames and windows. That's for somebody that needs to hear it, okay? So the next one we have here is the Queen of Cups here, okay? This is healing and this is intuition. Okay, so as you see, this is a depiction of fallopian tubes here. If you're wondering, I love these cards because I love the artistic nature of them. But either way, there's more than enough. There's abundance, there's prosperity. The Queen of Cups is one who sits on the throne, and anyone who sits on the throne is someone who has earned the rite of passage. But, this is fertility. This is also the ability to create. Okay, this is the ability to healing yourself so that you can create, those things that you are desiring in your life. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Mm-hmm. And so we have the Hermit energy here. So you or someone around you could have Virgo placement in their chart, sun, moon, or rising, or any placement. But you see, as we're talking about waiting for things, you see the depiction. I love these cards because of the artwork. Is the depiction of a snail here. So we know snails to move at a particular speed. Snails move sort of like the speed of Mr. Turtle here. Very slow, but moving along eventually. Okay, getting where they have to go. So with the snail depiction here, as we were just speaking about things being silent and you feeling as if you're being rejected, you are not being rejected. Collective. Trust and learn not to believe, but to be in the knowing. When things are silent, that's when the most is happening. The human eye cannot, excuse me, let me watch my words. The human eye may not sometimes be privy to see in spaces and places that are beyond for many reasons. But your spirit team, the divine, can see in those places and can communicate, and they know things that you are not in the knowing of. And so things have to pause, or sometimes things have to move slow, but doesn't mean they're not happening with the Hermit energy here. So you may have been choosing to be on reserve, okay? Since we got the angel of silence here and the Hermit energy here, you may have been on reserve, feeling frustrated, feeling uninspired, not so uninspired. Okay, some songs say so uninspired. Okay, I can't think of it right now. But either way, you may have chosen to reserve. You may have been thinking about giving up on whatever this is, but they're saying for you not to give up on whatever this is, because it does not mean that it's not going to happen for you. Just right now, there's a time and there's a need for you to chill, expect a positive outcome, and continue your process of manifestation, of petitioning, of knowing, not believing, but knowing that whatever your results are in life is for your highest good, and gaining a respect for that. There's a lot of things we desire, we want, but is it for us, or are we actually ready for it? Sometimes things can be at a standstill because source is preparing you. You are still in a stage of preparation, to receive or to live a particular lifestyle. If you're manifesting a new home, okay, maybe that comes with a responsibility that the divine feels, you need to critique being responsible, being resourceful, having the ability to maintain what's being presented to you, before the blessing or the favor comes into your life. So there are many reasons why things don't happen instantaneously or swift and quick. Cell phones are lovely, but the more we come into this space of instant instability, How can I say this? The more we come into this space of instability, things happening fast and swift, we become impatient as humans, and we have to get out of that mindset. You know, change will continue to happen. We're always in the energy of evolution, and that right there, no matter who you are, what you are experiencing, or hoping, or wishing, or praying for, should inspire you to never give up. But at the same token, coming to the knowing of how important it is to rely more on the spiritual than the physical. Enjoy life, go with the flow of change, but coming to the knowing of how important it is to rely more on the spiritual than the physical. Don't allow, the tangible and the physical things to change who you are. Change your mood, make you moody, make you grouchy, because you didn't get concert tickets to so and so, or you weren't able to buy this or buy that. It is nice to enjoy life. Do you, but don't allow these things to control you and change who you are. Most of all, don't allow it to change your heart. Okay? Yeah, with the devil here, this is temptation. Okay? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm pretty sure that you love this vibe. Do not allow the temptation. We are bombarded with so much force, that comes towards us that's out of our control. We can't control everything. We can only control ourselves. But don't allow, the devil is in the upright. You or someone could have Capricorn placement in their chart. But don't allow that temptation to steer you into a negative mindset. And no, it may not be easy for you. It's not easy for no one. Okay? It's not easy for everyone has their own pot of gumbo. That's just an analogy I use for mess or stuff that they're dealing with. Don't be fooled. Don't think because I have to remind the collective, you see people with a lot of material stuff, or you see something shiny and polished, that it's all gold, it's all glitter, it's all lights and stars. Everyone has something that they're coping with or they're dealing with that they would like to change. But in the meantime, in between time, you can only do what you can do and surrender. That's all you can do. What else you gonna do? What else you gonna do? What else does the collective need to know about this wonderful blessing that is coming their way? Yeah, wonderful blessing that is coming. What else they need to know for their highest good? Highest good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. With the Eight of Pentacles. I just spoke on this. Spirit is saying, keep doing what you are doing. While you're waiting, in the meantime, in between time, while you're in this hermit energy, while you're feeling things are silent or slow, Spirit is saying for you to stay working on your craft, your skill, your career. Take a break from time to time. Get out and get some fresh air. Go for a walk. Go do something fun. Don't be so hyper focused on the result. Okay? And if you're a true manifester, you know not to be hyper focused on the result. It's not easy, but it's something that needs to be applied and worked at. Do what you have to do it in confidence, and let go. Let go, respect a positive outcome, but get back to you. Going to work, being grateful for your job, being grateful for all that you have around you. Your home, your family, your vehicle, your food, your water, soap, towel. I'm serious. There's a lot of things to be grateful for. A lot of things to be grateful for. So many, so many, so many. Even the little things. Okay, even the little things. I know I'm grateful for the little things, the big things, for all things. Even to be able to talk, to walk, to breathe on your own. There are people fighting for their lives, lying somewhere, probably hooked up to a machine trying to breathe. You may know someone who has breathing problems or issues, who aren't able to breathe on their own, who could be asthmatic or, be on a O2 tank, be grateful, when you see people in these conditions and, you have the ability to breathe on your own. You should say thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for the ability to breathe. Thank you for help. When you see someone in a wheelchair, thank you for the ability to walk. Thank you for the ability to speak if you see someone with a trachea. Thank you. Thank you. You see a homeless person. Thank you for my home. I don't care if you are living with someone. Thank you for my home. I don't care if you're in a shelter. Thank you for my home. Just being grateful. Being grateful. You have food. Someone needs something to eat. Thank you for the food that you put on our table. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, it may not be what you want, but you have food. You okay? Whatever your favorite is, you'll get that eventually. But today, you're going to eat what's there. You're going to eat what's there and be grateful. Okay? And then we have the Page of Swords here. Okay? So it's time for you to become studious. Stay at your craft, at your task with this Eight of Pentacles here. But with the Page here, it's time for you to become a student of yourself, mastering your ability to remain confident when you are manifesting, when you are co-creating with the universe. Not going into stinking thinking, not saying, oh, it's not about to happen. Oh, I think something went wrong, and being so hyper-focused that you're talking about what you're waiting on to other people. That's a no-no. It ain't none of their business what you waiting on. It ain't none of their business you apply for a grant. You apply for a loan. Oh, this credit card, they approved you. That ain't nobody's business, okay? Let people find out about you organically. When the time is right, things will be revealed organically, but without your input. Okay? Whether they just happen to see some sort of change or just appear. And they can say, oh, okay, that's what the collective been up to. We have to get out of, especially with the social media, it's okay to live your life, do as you please, as I make this statement, but to post everything. I've been there, wanting to post everything, but it's really not a good idea to post everything. You want to keep some things private. You want to keep some things a mystery about you. You can post, you can do whatever you choose, but you want to be mindful. We don't have to show everything, every little step. Okay, you're taking a vacation. This is for somebody that needs to hear it. Somebody's going out of town. Those pics you take on vacation, you're only supposed to post those pictures when you return home. Collective. The pictures that you take on any vacation, you're supposed to take the pictures, but you only post them after you're in your driveway. You're in your house undoing your luggage. Now, those who get it, and you caught it like a catcher's mitt at a Dodgers game. Did I say Dodgers? Okay. All right. I'm not a sports fanatic at all. I'm just naming teams. I just threw that out there. Maybe somebody's a Dodgers fan, whatever that is. Okay. But be mindful. Be mindful. If someone likes baseball. Okay. All right. So the next card we have is the Sun. So we know the Sun is the high card, the highest card. Abundance, happiness, fulfillment, great fortune. When you see this card here, increased vitality, extreme increased positivity. This is what we have been talking about. And if we're closing out with the Sun card here, collective, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. But continue to work on yourselves. Work on being patient when things are silent, because that's when the most is happening. Later.